Good day, everybody. We are back. It's myself and Lastborn. Tsepang Kgole. There's so many things happening in football. And then we know that the Champions League, the UEFA Champions League, today we've got games, tomorrow we've got games at the quarterfinals. And we're going to see what's going to happen going forward. This is the second leg. Um, so we'll also touch on that one. I think that's a big one that we need to talk about. But prior to that, we'll also talk about the news that we have locally quickly. And then just before we discuss the Champions League. My name is Sobri Boys Wanifatsi from TBR Solution Sports Program. I'm joined by Tsepang Lasbon Hole. Tsepang, just greet the viewers.
Yes, viewers out there. Yeah, it's part two of the show. Again, here we are with a lot of information that we'd like to unpack and share with the viewers. And I hope everyone enjoys the show. Thank you very much.
Yeah, while we are still there, we from the grapevine, one has heard that you know Mike Makaap, he is not happy with the situation of Sipho Mbuli at Supersport United. Mike Makaap believes that what is being done by Supersport United is unfair to the player. So I don't know. Sepang, what's your take about that? I want to share something quickly so that you see
Yeah.
what we're talking about. If these reports are correct, yeah. So what's your take?
Yes, I saw, regarding that issue, and I saw what's happening within the club as well. Sipho Mbule is frustrated actually at the moment. It's what they're saying, that
Mm,
he's
mm,
frustrated, and based on what's happening in the club,
mm,
he's not being treated fairly, I
mm,
think,
mm,
and now even his game time is being affected as well. You
mm,
know, so
mm,
I don't know. Maybe it's cause of he wanted to leave the club. A lot of teams were offering, wanting to give, wanting to get his signature, but that didn't happen, and now he's not being used by SuperSport, which I'm
mm,
failing to understand why. So now he's just decided to go AWOL. He's just frustrated with
mm.
the club, and yeah, this is what's happening at the moment.
Now, if I may ask you, if the reports are correct, because if you look at the statement, all right, Mike McCabe says, I'm disappointed that Supersport suspended Mbuli. The agent of suspended Supersport United midfielder, Sipho Mbule, Mike McCabe, has said he's disappointed with the action of the club towards his client. I've come under a lot of criticism for not responding to what Stan Matthews has said. I don't respond. I don't respond when I haven't got my facts in order. I'm collecting all the facts relating to the suspension. I'm disappointed, Makab told the host, Simnoto of KwaZulu Natal-based commercial radio station, Gagasi FM. I can also tell you, I'm also disappointed that he was brought back into the fold and played for 10 minutes and was never seen again. And that was way before the suspension. I'm certain part of the world, what saddened me is that when a player doesn't renew his contract, when a player comes to an end of his contract, yes, they, Supersport, have an option to exercise by the end of May instead of working with the player, all right? So instead of working with the player in terms of getting the best out of him, we seem to sideline him. So those are the words of Mike Makaap, according to this report, apparently when he was interviewed by Gagasi FM. So yeah, if this is true, what is your analysis if this is true?
I mean, I don't blame him, to be honest, you know. Um, this is what's happening when it comes to these clubs, you know. This is what happens if a player feels like he's being held hostage by a club, and then he raises his own voice and he gives out his own opinion. This is what happens, I guess, you know, to players, and it happens all around the world. I mean, look what's happening with Siatebe as well, the Amazulu player. He's also not playing. We don't know why he's being excluded in the team. You know, so they make sure that they frustrate you. You know, and as a player, you can feel that maybe you're not wanted here anymore. So the mood starts changing within the club, you know, based on how they treat you. Things are not the same anymore. I mean, you know that you one of the best midfielders in the country, and in your position as well in the team, you know that your position is actually secured. There is, without any doubt, there isn't any other midfielder that can take Sipho Mbule's place right now at Supersport, you know, literally, you know, the role that he plays within that team, it's a huge role, and they all know it for a fact. So I'm surprised that he even gets to play 10 minutes. He only gets a chance to play for 10 minutes. I'm really shocked regarding that, you know. I'm really shocked. A player like that, you cannot sabotage him, you know. But it'll only make him frustrated and wanting to leave the club even more because he feels unwanted and unappreciated. So he's human. I understand his frustration and I don't blame him. So this is my opinion based on this matter, you know. It comes a time where a player needs to just stand up and then just wants his voice to be heard. And this is what's happening. And this is what Sipho Mbule is doing. But I don't condone him being AWOL and maybe being disrespectful. If it comes to that, if he has done anything like that, I don't condone that. But what I could say, I condone his way of raising his voice and saying what he wants to say. You know, he just wants to be heard. And yeah, this is my opinion based on this matter.
But as you have just said, Snatemba is still training. He's a professional. He doesn't go AWOL. And we have seen with Mukwena, Tebuho Mukwena, the boy was so professional. They kept on asking him, which team are you going to play for? He never raised his voice. He never said anything, never gave any indication. It will always say it is between Chiefs and Sundowns. And then he finally signed with Sundowns in a very quiet manner, to a point whereby Super Sport were happy to release him. And Super Sport, they even congratulated him. So my question is, now Sipho Mbuli is playing for the same team. If that's true, he went AWOL. Don't you think that that's where Mike Makaap was supposed to come in and say, you should show a high level of professionalism? Here comes to mind George Malulega, who never played for a very, very long time. But, he continued to come to training on time. He trained as if he's going to play, although he knew very well that he's not going to play. So this is the comparison I'm making. So I don't know what your take about that statement.
Yeah, but hence why I'm saying that he's human. Players are not the same. So the level of professionalism of athletes is not the same, you know. At the end of the day, these people are humans after all. That's one thing that we should always remember. How Josh Manleka reacts and how Sipho Mbule react to negativity. It will always be different when it comes to the two, you know. There's a certain level I could say pressure that one gets to, and then they start to just tick and blow off, you know. But the other can remain patient for a very long time before they start to react. So it comes with the person. Hence why I'm saying people are not the same. But I think it was coming, it was long overdue. I mean, okay, a player tells you, okay, so what's the point of players signing pre-contracts with other teams? You know, if they know that they are going to leave, I mean, if they know that they don't want to renew their contracts with their current club. So teams are aware that, okay, this player will not be joining us at the end of the season. So they know that this player has signed or is signing a pre-contract with a certain team. So they are aware. So why do they actually allow that to happen? So it tells you that the team also is being prepared upfront that a decision has been taken and this player is not going to renew or going to be joining us during the next season. So it so it allows the team to actually adjust and prepare themselves for the next season. So a player is speaking his mind, saying that he wants to leave, and rightfully so, he should be given that opportunity to express himself. But why are you guys actually frustrating him? What are you hoping to gain out of that? Hence why I'm saying that I don't blame Sipho Mbule's reaction or how he's actually acting out, but I'm not condoning his negative impact or attitude that maybe he might be causing within the team and the influence that he might be having, which is negative within the team. But his actions based on him being frustrated, I actually support him because he's human at the end of the day and he's just expressing himself, you know. So that's why I'm saying teams should allow players if players have an allowance to actually sign maybe a pre-contract or voicing out their opinion saying that I'm leaving, I want to leave the club, they should respect that. That's all I'm just saying. That's all I'm just saying. And the mood shouldn't change in the camp. Let the player fulfill and finish his season in a rightful manner. Don't cause problems or frustrate him thinking now he doesn't deserve the game time. What point are they trying to prove? That's all I wanna know.
Well, like I say, as much as we are saying last one, but the truth of the matter is you are a professional too. Integrity is important. It's very, very important. I hear what you're saying. He is not happy. I've just given you an example about Tebogo Mokoena. So why can't Mbuli does the same thing? You know, me, I don't condone spoiled braids. And then, and I'm talking about the player, what is his name again? Um, say it again, the one who's playing for Maluleke. No,
Oh,
Maluleke.
George Maluleka. Yes, yes.
Why can't you do just like a player like that one? You know, George has been very quiet, very professional. And I remember when they asked him, he'd continue to say, "I've got a contract. I'll see it through." You know. And then I know at some point Chiefs fans were mocking him. Hey, he's not playing. You know, he stayed cool, and then he remained true to himself. So that's my issue. That's my issue. But nevertheless, let's move on. Let's go to the Champions League in Europe. We know that from today, this evening, we have a quarterfinal, second leg. The first one is Bayern Munich, Villarreal. Second one today, Real Madrid and Chelsea. They all played 8 o'clock today. 8 o'clock in terms of Europe or England. I don't know. We are one hour, 2 hours. I think it's 10 o'clock here tonight with us. And then tomorrow, Real Madrid and Man City, Liverpool, and also Benfica. And then this the first what you call the quarterfinals. The other games will be played on the 27th of the champion. Is this the second leg or the first leg? Because if I'm not Bayern Munich.
So they're playing the quarterfinals right now.
Mm.
Yeah, so it's today and then tomorrow as well.
Yeah.
Wednesday.
No, when Bayern Munich lost 1-0 to Villarreal, was it not the first leg?
It was the first leg, yes. Now they're
So
playing
this is
the
the second leg. Now,
yeah, these are the second legs, yes.
Now, what I don't understand, why are we having the game on the 27th again?
No, I think it's a mistake. These are the only fixtures.
No, I'm saying, are we still going to have another quarterfinal on the 27th?
I think they wanted to say the semifinals. I
think
don't think it's
the
quarterfinals.
Yeah, I think it's the semifinals.
Semifinals, yes.
Yeah, I got this information from Sky Sports. I need to acknowledge that. Yeah. So, yeah. And then what's your take? Real Madrid. And then it was a shock for Villarreal to lose 1-0 to Bayern Munich. I really got to me, it really shocked me.
Yeah, when Bayern lost that game, yeah, we saw what happened. But I only say one thing. You beat Bayern Munich 1-0, you're playing home. You're still going to play away, and they'll be playing home, so you know what's coming. Villarreal, I'm sorry, but they are going down tonight as well. Bayern will score probably more than 3 or 4 goals tonight. That team doesn't play. When they're playing home, it's fine. You can win home, but make sure win is a lot of goals. So 1-0 is not convincing.
Yeah,
so Bayern Munich will come guns blazing this evening. We all know that for sure.
Yeah, we've seen the giant like Barcelona leading with 3 and then they lose,
Yes.
So,
yeah, I see Bayern Munich winning the tie. Real Madrid versus Chelsea. I don't see Chelsea coming back in this tie, to be honest. If it's Real Madrid's game to lose, but I feel they should just kill it off. I don't see Chelsea coming back in this tie, to be honest. Yeah. As well as Atletico Madrid versus Man City. Yeah, probably maybe City won that game 1-0, which they needed the goal, with the defending that Atletico Madrid had within that game. But now Atletico will be forced to come out during this game. Yes, they are playing home, but they'll be forced to come out. And when they come out, Man City is a team that knows how to play. They know how to dominate. So it's not going to be an easy game for Atletico Madrid. It personally won't be an easy game. I see Pep winning this tie as well. And Liverpool versus Benfica, Liverpool is just still the game. Plus, they're playing home. I see them just killing the game off as well. So, for me, semifinals, I see Bayern Munich, Real Madrid, Man City, and Liverpool being in the semifinals.
Real Madrid, after they've been thumb 5.
I see them. I see them going through. They are going to go through, to be honest.
Don't you think
they're going through.
Chelsea may shock them?
No, I don't see it happening. This is Champions League, so Champions League is very different, and we can all see what Real Madrid is doing. I mean, for them to score 3 goals away, that says a lot. And they're playing home now tonight, so they could easily just kill the game off.
Now, while you're still there, in terms of Real Madrid, I don't know whether that 5-0 might play a part, in terms of them being somehow feel that this has caused a dent. But nevertheless, let's move on. Let me just share with you the Xavi record. I wonder whether I can see this. I want to share this, based on what allegedly was said. Stuart Baxter said, it is not the coach. There's no best coach in the world, but the players. And then I said I disagree with Stuart Baxter. We see what Xavi is doing there at Barcelona. Look what he has done ever since he has come in. I wonder whether I can see that.
Yes, I can see it.
Can see, he has done extremely well. So I don't know where does that come from to say it's not a coach, because the manner you substitute and the manner, look, I don't know whether you saw their game against Levante. They were under pressure. I saw Xavi changing the game, bringing Pedri and Gavi. The game changed completely. Those two boys, they just, scrapped the game by the scruff of the neck. They ran away with it. For me, the coach is everything. And then the other thing that I say, the coach is everything. Look at Dembele. While he was playing under all the coaches who were there, how was Dembele? Dembele is a different player now. And now I've been watching Dembele during the time of Koeman and other Setien and so on. Dembele would play just like Mbappe is playing, would go to the ball, not crossing. This time, the coach is crossing. And I'll tell you why. Because I remember Memphis Depay said, the coach said, when I have the ball, 18 area, I mustn't look anywhere. I must just shoot to the pole. So you can't say the coach does not have an impact. Dembele is a different player. He supplies. Do you know that he has tied with Messi when it comes to assist in 2022?
Yes.
Now, so the question of saying it is not the coach who has an influence on the game. We don't have the best coach. I don't agree. I don't know what's your take. So I was just giving you my opinion, and I'm explaining that using Xavi as an example, and then you can also use Mangoba Mngiti, Rudani Mukwena, and then at Mamelodi Sundowns as an example. So for me to say you don't have the best coach, I don't think that's true.
Yeah, that's true. I saw that Levante game, how introduced also Frankie de Jong in the game, and Luke de Jong as well. So as a super sub, doing what he knows best, simple job. When he's put in the second half, he knows what he has to do, and he actually did what he was supposed to do. I mean, look at the work ethic that the boys put in. That's why I'm saying Barcelona, we should just give it 2 years, just 2 years, Xavi will get it right. And they are starting to get it, to start clicking, and they are starting to get things right, Dembele, I think it's a sign for him if he doesn't see it, but I personally feel like he should see it now and realize that he would want to be part of this team because he's one of the best players currently at Barcelona, and he could actually make a big name for himself. And age is still on his side; he's still very young, so it's a decision which I think now it's on him, relies on him to actually decide based on what he wants to do. But I think he's actually enjoying his football right now. And Xavi, one thing I love about Xavi is he gives you the freedom to express yourself, express your play, how you play, and just be yourself. And which is what Dembele is doing. He's actually free. So yeah, Barcelona is coming along. It's coming along. It's very interesting to watch them play at the moment.
you can say again, I mean, during the time of Koeman was not having that courage to take Frankie de Jong to bench him. No, he didn't have that courage. Frankie de Jong, fortunately, is a good player, very nice player who can always analyze his own game. But Koeman, he gave him that confidence that he's always in the starting lineup. Now with Xavi, Frankie, fortunately, is a nice player. Xavi shows that you can be on the bench. Look at Luke de Jong. Luke de Jong lost confidence under Koeman, but now you can see that he's Luke de Jong. Why Barcelona bought him? While we are still there, we are told that Barcelona have bought Lewandowski. They have reached an agreement with Lewandowski. What's your take about that?
Yeah, that's the biggest signing. I don't care what people say. Age is just a number when it comes to that man. That's a good signing. That's a brilliant, brilliant signing. I think even if he's there for like 2 years, he's definitely going to bring in a huge impact in the team. Those are goals guaranteed in the club, and that man is not aging. So that's a brilliant signing for me. I think he will click very well in the team, and he's going to contribute a lot. So, I mean, we're talking about one of the best strikers in the world. So, without a doubt, I was actually happy when I saw that signing. So I can't wait. Actually, I really can't wait to see Lewandowski in Barcelona.
While you are still there, if Laporta is to redeem himself, he need to get Messi back. If he has to redeem himself, and Messi is not happy at PSG. And let me tell you something. This is me. I don't think Neymar and Mbappe want Messi to score. I don't think so. They literally don't give him the balls. And I could see in this game on Saturday, he was really frustrated. And guess what? He gave them 3 assists. 3 assists, all right? And then I'll show you. He's the only player, with Messi. Messi's a genius. Just like, what is his name? Thierry Henry was saying, Neymar, if you don't want to play under the shadow of Messi, you must just retire and come back when he retires. They don't want to give him the goal. Messi could have scored so many goals by now. But I can tell you those two players, they don't want Messi to score. Now, I'll tell you why. That's me. That's my analysis. Messi is struggling to score because of them. Here is a penalty. Instead of, they think of giving it to him, just like Messi used to do if a player is struggling at Barcelona. No, Neymar wants to take it. The same with Mbappe. Do you understand? That's my belief. That's my belief. They don't want him to score. But Messi is Messi. He's now leading with assist. He's the only man in the planet with 400 assists. That has never happened, So whatever that you want to do, they must just forget. This guy is a genius. There's nothing that you can do. And then, and for me, if Laporta really wants to redeem himself, that's the next thing that he should do. He should make sure that he fetch Messi, and then Messi should come back and play for Barcelona. I can see when Messi play with the young man Pedri, and then can you see that?
Yes, I can see it now.
And then now they don't want to give him the balls, but still he will break records somehow. This is Lionel Messi for me. All right. And then for that match, it was not only not only it was not only, okay, I still have this one. This one I have it by mistake. It was not only that one. He still has he's still leading in terms of assists. And now, even if they try to close him, and then, but I can tell you, the man is a genius. They like it or not, Messi will remain the best player in the world. And then, unfortunately, and it was not only them who's giving a problem. It was not only them. I listened to the commentator. The commentator, the way he was commentating, and then I listened to the commentator week in, week out. He's definitely against Lionel Messi. Week in, week out. And then as he was talking, this commentator, he would say, Messi had contributed about 2 goals already, but he said Messi had a quiet night, which was a lie. Which was a lie, because we are watching football. Gone are the days whereby they'll be telling us on the print media, and now we are able to see thanks to internet, and they're not going to lie anymore. And this is it. This is it. This guy has scored 761 goals and 402 assists. All right? And then this is by far, it has never happened in football. All right? And then for centuries, look, they say football has been around for about a century and a half. It took 150 years for pure human genetics to create someone like him. Science tells us that they are possibly planets on our own galaxy that might have similar environment as planet Earth. There's life exists. But science is still searching for a definite answer, like some football pundits searching for new Messi in the last 20 years. Messi for me is like Jomo Sono. This country, we are still struggling to get the player of Jomo Sono. Unfortunately, Bafana, I never saw him. That was the best player I've ever seen in this country. Anyways, we will not see everything like him ever again in our lifetime, even if a player excels well in his early pro years, has great success in the highest level. It's unlike he will be as consistent as Little Magician. Maybe after 200 years, there could be another one like him. This man is a genius. He's a genius. And I can tell you, Lastborn, the commentator, I don't think was fair to Lionel Messi on that day. And hey, they do it all the time in France. They do it all the time. That is why I say Messi must leave there. He must leave. And if I was Laporta, listening to what is happening in France, I would make it possible that he must come back to Spain, where he's loved. And Tabeas, I think he has accepted that they made a mistake as a Spanish league by allowing Messi to leave. So as far as I'm concerned, that's where he should go. But I'm saying boldly, Neymar and Mbappe, they don't want him to score. That's me. I don't know what to take.
Yeah, I saw that game actually over the weekend.
Yeah. At least you saw it. Just tell me.
Yes, they were calling him the assist king. 3 assists. Neymar hit a hat trick. Mbappe hit a hat trick, and Messi with a hat trick of assists. They call him the hat trick king. But for commentators to say that he was not in the game, it's actually ridiculous. I would actually scratch it out because he's got 3 assists. What more do you want him to do? It doesn't mean that if he didn't score, that he was not in the game. A person who actually assists is the one that's actually in the game, because he's the one that's actually creating those chances for those certain individuals to score. So he's the one that's involved in the play. So how can you say that he's not in the game whilst he's the one creating those chances? So sometimes commentators say ridiculous things. I don't know why, but you cannot expect a player like Messi to actually still live up to that kind of intense level that he used to be in 5, 10 years ago. I mean, but the role that he's playing right now should actually tell you that he's still more involved in the match. For him to be able to supply and create chances like this at his age, I mean, he's doing more than what these maybe 23, 24, 25-year-olds should be doing. and they're really not doing that. But look at what he's doing, you know, still being the top assister in the world currently this season as well. So that should tell you a lot that he's more involved in the game than anybody else. Just because he's not even scoring a lot of goals doesn't mean that he's not in the game, but he's actually more involved in the game, you know, than anybody else. So
No, you know what? I don't think it's a question of an innocent. There's no innocent mistake. It's a particular agenda that they are pushing, and they want to make sure that I think Messi. The issue is not about Messi. For me, it's all about Messi and Ronaldo. They are defenders of Ronaldo. That's all what they do, and that is why all the time I bring Ronaldo into the equation. Just like they do, And then for me, Messi is the best. Messi is the best. Now, let me show you something again. He's the only player on the planet Earth. Only player. Huh? I'm not saying one of them. I'm saying the only player who has scored 20 goals. Lionel Messi is the only player score more than 20 goals against English sides in the Champions League. There it is. 9 against Arsenal, 7 against Man City, 4 against Man United, 3 against Chelsea, 2 against Liverpool, 2 against Tottenham Hotspur. Even Ronaldo is playing there. All right. So it's for me, that's an agenda, and then that is why I always bring Ronaldo to the picture, and then because that's what they are trying to defend. And look at it, statistics. They're true. Messi doesn't need a system. He's a system himself. Ronaldo, without Benzema, out of 82 games, he has scored 36, and then 0.43 in terms of ratio, only 1 hat-trick. He has won 1 UEFA Champions League trophy, and 1 Potty, all right, player of the tournament, or what, the Potty, and then 1 UEFA Champions League top goal scorer, 1. Now, if you go to Lionel Messi, out of 99 games, he has scored 77, almost more than half than what Ronaldo scored. And then in terms of the ratio, 0.78 and 4 hat-tricks. And then the UEFA Champions League trophies, 3, and then Potty, 2, and then UEFA top goal scorer, and 4. Now, what else? What else should Messi do? So I think that's where the issue is, to be honest. It's not about, no, Messi, what. No. Messi is killing their man. So because he's killing their man, now they want to, you cannot compare Messi with Ronaldo. I don't know, remember last week I played what Ngalo said, N'Golo Kante said, all right?
yes.
A man doesn't run, but he does everything. He dribbles, he scores, he creates, he's everything. He's a total football, And now somebody on these are Messi fans, just like me, they say when Messi doesn't score, he assists. When Ronaldo doesn't score, he kicks players and smashes full of fans. So that's them. It's not me. I'm just quoting what they're saying. And already this year, Messi has done 9 assists when Ronaldo has done only 1 assist. So I think the issue is it's all about that last one. It has nothing to do with them. Because I listened to that comment. I said, this guy is so ridiculous. Messi has done all he can. He can't say, no, Messi this, Messi that, because that's all what he was trying to do. He was trying to say, no, this guy is useless. And when he talks about Messi assist, at that comment, he would say, Messi assisted, but the brilliant Mbappe has scored. He would always qualify. And there was no reason to say that. Have you seen the part that you saw the contribution that he made to Mbappe? That assist, that was a brilliant ball. And guess what? It was not only assist. Messi has done 3 assists and pre-assist, assist to assist 2 of them. Do you understand? So, did you see that? I want to
hear. I saw them.
So now you say, this man, he's not the best. So what's your take, Tsapang?
Yes, and we saw the stats over the weekend. So if we can even compare the two regarding the past weekend, so we also who came out tops, and the difference between the two, you could actually tell right now, like you could actually tell right now that, okay, they are both out, out of their comfort zone, they're in new teams, but we could tell who still has the most impact between the two currently. So that should actually tell you that who's the best player, who's always been the best player out of the two, So now you are able to spot the two, based on current form, who's at the top and who's still at the bottom. So yeah, I mean, with Cristiano, it's just goals. What he can give is just goals on a good day. Currently, this season, this is what's been happening. On a good day, he'll give you goals. But with Messi, the chances created, the assists, each and every game, the stats say for themselves that what type of game he had and how he was involved. So there's always something about him. There's always something to talk about Lionel Messi.
While you're still there, I can imagine if it was not Ronaldo, Neymar, and Mbappe not passing blindly like that, what would have happened?
Yeah,
what would have happened?
True.
You see, sometimes it was frustrating. When they were playing Champions League, it was if they were playing Champions League, you could see that he was struggling, and then that is why he was fighting. What's his name again? Say it again. Verratti. That why don't you give me the ball? Then imagine what could have happened. It was Ronaldo. If you can say something about it.
Yeah, I mean, Verratti, I fully support that statement because I think Wall is a genius, I could say. For Verratti to actually spot that and actually say that tells you a lot that it's someone who sees the game differently as well. When Verratti sees things, he sees things that no one else cannot see. So for him to actually say that as well should actually, it says a lot and should create awareness for a lot of people. They should actually start thinking that, okay, this man said this, so he probably has a point. So he cannot say that out of nowhere, So I still say even now that the influence that guy has in the team, that Lionel Messi has in the team, I think at any team that he would actually play in, a team will be different. A team will actually spark, would actually spark because not anyone can do what he does until he retires. Not anyone can do what that man does in the field of play. So for players to actually play under him, they should actually feel grateful, and it should be an honor, because he lets people be in the game. He lets people play if you would actually use him. Do not overshadow him or think that you want to outplay him, but use him. Use him while he's still there because he could actually make everyone a good player and make everyone tick.
Now, before I go, did you see what I saw? That Neymar and Mbappe were deliberately not passing it.
Yeah, I mean, Mbappe and Neymar's play is okay. With Neymar, I could say it's different, but with Mbappe, I mean, once he sees a goal post in front of him, he just wants to hit the target, you know. I don't know, maybe he's chasing goals now, you know. There's a target that he's chasing that he just wants to keep going. He just wants to keep going. That's why I'm saying that I don't think they understand the power and the influence that they have in that team with Lionel Messi being there, you know. I don't think they're using him up to his full capacity. I think Neymar understands Messi, but Mbappe, as of yet, he's not understanding him. You know, there are games whereby, yeah, you could see that they would take, they would gel, and if they could actually keep on going like this, they would go far. But I don't think he actually hasn't realized it yet. You know, when I look at a squad like PSG, I always wonder that um, they have such a strong squad. They just need a proper coach that can manage those players. That team could actually do damage in Europe, you know. Maybe in the next 2, 3 years, they could actually push what Real Madrid did a few years ago when they had Zidane, you know. They could actually dominate Europe for 2, 3 years, maybe, you know. But I don't think they're actually realizing that and they're actually seeing the bigger picture. But yeah, seeing that game, I think it was just a scoring fest. They all just wanted to score. They given the opportunity, they just hit the net, but they're not using Messi as well because Messi was using them. I mean, helping them, you know, to get the goals, assisting them, but they were not returning the favor to him. So I think that's the one element that was lacking.
Now, let me tell you something. Mbappe can score more goals if he allows to play Messi. Messi will give him so many goals. That's how Messi is. He's such a brilliant player who will make them to score. Now, you know my issue is, initially I thought, no, it was Mbappe's the way he plays. But I saw him giving Neymar more of the balls as compared to him giving Messi. You see, so that is why I say, now, especially the last goal where he gave Neymar. Messi, when he's like in that position, he does not even give him. He shoots. That's why I starting to question. That's me. That's my opinion. But we'll be observing. We'll be watching the Liga One all the time and see how do they perform going forward. But for me, these are guys they don't want Lionel Messi to play. That's my opinion. That's my honest opinion. And Neymar knows Messi, and then they've been connecting very well. Messi helped him a lot when he was really down, and I'm surprised. Where I got even more surprised when there was an opportunity to kick a penalty, he wanted to take it. I would have expected Neymar to say Messi take it, unless maybe offered Messi when Messi didn't want to take it. Unless. But that's it. And the commentators in France, shame on you. We watched the game, so you're not going to tell us anything. We see Messi was the best man in the game. The thing is, he didn't score, you know. And then the margin between Messi and Neymar and Mbappe on that day, I think is very small. He played very well, irrespective of the fact that your player Mbappe was not playing him. And then PSG, man, you know, you have so many players that are worried. The only player I can see that Messi even talking to him more than any other player is Verratti. Verratti involves him. And then also Ramos. Ramos understands him very well. And as if he played with him before. You know, Ramos understands him very well. He engaged him, he involved him. And Paredes told them, guys, if you don't play this guy, you'll suffer a lot. You must play this guy. Give him the ball. And you'll see what's going to do. He doesn't run, of course, we agree, but he's the best. Last one, it was nice doing a show with you. The Messi special, we'll continue to do it every day until he retires. So at least we have contributed something in his football. We don't want to talk to him when he's gone. Can you just bid the viewers farewell?
Yes, thanks, Mr. Shabalala. It was a lovely show. And to the viewers out there, thank you very much. Hope everyone is looking forward to tonight's Champions League games and tomorrow. And yeah, may the best teams win. And yeah, see you guys Saturday morning. And yeah, please don't forget to subscribe, like, you know, share, and give your comments, you know. And yeah, thanks for the support. Thank you very much.
Much appreciated. Hi, everybody. My name is the Sobre Boys One Fatsi from the Big R or TBR Solution. One of the companies owned by TBR Solution is the Bigger Financial Services, an authorized financial service provider. I'm sure you have noticed that the past few months or so, we've seen a lot of deaths, and those deaths are attributed to mental illness. Mental illness can be caused by anything, can be caused by stress, depression, and stress and depression can be caused by a number of things. Lack of finances, or financial problem, or social problem, or marital problem. So they cause all those problems. We in the financial sector, we see it almost now and again because we work with various organizations like GPF, Independent Fund Organization. But while I'm still there, let me stress, we don't have a formal relationship with GPF, but we work with them because most of our people are from there. Now, working with those people, you know very well that people who are working for the government, they're expected to retire at the age of 60 and above, right? If you retire earlier than that, then you are being penalized by GPF. And sometimes people say, no, I need money. So what do? They resign. They say, no, let the money go to my bank account. Once you do that, you are tax heavy. So you need to bear that in mind, okay? But now, let's say for argument's sake, you are 55 as we speak and above, and you are contemplating of either resigning or going on pension in the next 3 months or so, just drop us a WhatsApp so that we help you to expedite for your payment. Because according to the GPF rules and pension fund law, once a client or a member receive an SMS that they've received your forms, that means they have 60 days to complete the process. And mind you, the 60 days is a maximum. It doesn't mean it has to take 60 days. It's a maximum. Now, sometimes we see people that don't get their money for 2 to 3, 4, 5 months, 6 months, even more, or a year or so. And then there, the problem could emanate either from the GPF side, employer side, a member himself. So what do? We try to expedite that process by making sure that we understand the workings of GPF. If it's a member, we help him to do the right thing. The same with GPF, the same with employer organization. Now, remember, as I have already said, that with GPF, it's 60 and above. Now, and then we say if you're 55 or more, you can contact us. And another good element is this, with the fund that we are working with. There is a whole lot of flexibility. You can decide how much you earn. That's how flexible it is. And if, let's say, you pass on, you and your spouse, you can nominate anyone. You are not limited to your immediate family, like your biological children or an officially adopted children. Remember, even your children, they can benefit as long as they're 22 and below. But with us, it doesn't matter. They can be above 22, they can be your elders, or they will still benefit because you nominated them. And then we try by all means that when we take the money from GPF and invest with credible fund organization, we try by all means that you are least taxed, all right? And then, and even you are not punished because you are not taking the money, because you are taking to another fund. So which means an independent and credible fund. So it means that there's no need to tax you more. So those are some of the advantages that are there. So you need to bear that in mind. And then if you want to know more, just drop us a WhatsApp on our WhatsApp number. Then we'll call you back. You don't have to call us. We'll call you back and see how can we expedite it. I thank you.